Hello friends, welcome back to physics class. In this session, we are going to discuss chemical properties of acids and bases. You know well, in part 1, we have discussed the introduction of acids and bases, and we have discussed different types of indicators like natural and synthetic indicators, color indicators and olfactory indicators, and how the color changes are taken place, how the indicators can indicate whether the given sample is acid or base. If you want to go through this one, go to the part 1 of this unit. Now in part 2 of this unit, chemical properties of acids and bases, we'll define actually chemically how to define an acid or how to define a base. Initially I'll write a few examples of the acids. Hydrochloric acid, HCl, sulfuric acid, H2SO4, phosphoric acid, H3PO4, carbonic acid, H2CO3. These are the examples of the acids. On the other side, I'll write the examples of the bases like sodium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide, aluminium hydroxide, right? Like this. These are the examples of the bases. Dear children, have you noticed any common thing in acids and in bases? Individually in acids and individually in bases. Any common thing? Right. You might have noticed hydrogen is common in all these acids. Right? And hydroxide is common in bases. Hydrogen is common in acids. Hydroxide is common in bases. Now if I give any example, you can say whether a given compound is acid or base 100%. If there is hydrogen, then it is acid. If it is hydroxide, then it is base. You are absolutely correct. Really, we'll define the acids and bases based on this only. When acids are added to water or when bases are added to water. When acids are added to water, these all acids whenever we are adding it to water, or whenever add the bases to water, they give OH minus ions. They are called as the hydroxide ions. They give hydroxide ions. And whenever you are adding acids to water, they give H plus ions, hydrogen ions. These are called as the hydrogen ions, right? Or else we call this one as the hydronium ion. What is hydronium ion? I will say to you within few minutes. Hydronium ion. So these two definitions are given based on a theory known as Arrhenius theory. Arrhenius theory. According to this theory, we define acids as the compounds which give H plus ions in their aqueous solutions. In their aqueous solutions are called as acids or called as acids. Similarly, for bases, the compounds which give OH minus ions in their aqueous solutions. You know well what are aqueous solutions? Aqueous solutions, if any compound is added to water, aqua means water. If any compound is added to water, then it is called as aqueous solution of the particular compound. Aqueous solutions are called bases. అంటే ఏంటి, ఎప్పుడైనా మనం హెచ్సిఎల్ని కానీ H2SO4ని కానీ H3PO4ని కానీ H2CO3ని కానీ ఎనీ ఆఫ్ దీస్ కాంపౌండ్స్ వెన్ ఎవర్ యు ఆర్ యాడింగ్ ఇట్ టు వాటర్, HCl is added to water, then it gives H plus and Cl minus ion. H2SO4 added to water, then it gives H plus plus SO4 2 minus ion, chloride ion, sulfate ion. Similarly, when you are adding it to H3PO4, we'll get phosphorus pentoxide. When you are adding H2CO3, then you will get carbon dioxide. So right, these are the examples, and this is called as ionic dissociation. Itla ions ga divide అయిపోవడాన్ని ఏమంటాం మనం? It is called as ionic dissociation. ఒక కాంపౌండ్ అయాన్స్ లోకి డివైడ్ అయిపోవడాన్ని అయానిక్ డిసోసియేషన్ అంటాం. అయానిక్ డిసోసియేషన్. Similarly, let us see for the OH minus ions. Bases. NaOH, sodium hydroxide. When it is added to water, it gives Na plus plus OH minus ions. Whenever you are adding magnesium hydroxide to water, then it gives Mg2 plus plus OH minus ions. సో ఈ విధంగా యాసిడ్స్ H ప్లస్ అయాన్స్ని, బేసెస్ OH మైనస్ అయాన్స్ని ఇస్తాయి. దిస్ ఈజ్ అకార్డింగ్ టు ద అర్హీనియస్ థియరీ. ద కాంపౌండ్స్ విచ్ గివ్ H ప్లస్ అయాన్స్ ఇన్ దర్ aqueous solutions are called acids. The compounds which give OH minus ions in their aqueous solutions are called bases. Right? Now come to the one more small discussion in this. If you observe here, there is one hydrogen. Here there are two hydrogens. Here there are three hydrogens. Here again there are two hydrogens. ఈ number of hydrogens ni we call it as a basicity. We call this number of H plus ions ni basicity అంటాం. Yes sir. Acids की word basicity. Number of OH minus ions ni acidity అంటాం. అంటే మనకు వచ్చే acidity వేరు, ఇక్కడ వచ్చే word acidity వేరండి. Whatever we get acidity is different, and here the acidity, the meaning is number of OH minus ions. So what is the acidity of the sodium hydroxide? 1. What is the acidity of the OH taken twice? 2. రెండు OHలు ఉన్నాయి. What is the acidity of the base aluminum hydroxide? 3. Similarly, what is the basicity of the acid HCl? 1. What is the basicity of the H2SO4? 2. What is the basicity of the H3PO4? 3. What is the basicity of the H2CO3? 2. So the number of H plus ions is called as the basicity, and number of OH minus ions is called as the acidity of the particular base. Okay. Now come to the hydronium ion. What is hydrogen ion? Hydrogen ion రాసి మళ్ళీ బ్రాకెట్లో hydronium ion అని ఎందుకు రాశాను నేను? Can you guess why did I write hydronium ion there? Let us see. Hydrogen. What is there in hydrogen? If you come to the atomic structure of the hydrogen, hydrogen consists of one proton, and in its first shell it has one electron. Its electronic configuration is 1s1. What is mean by hydrogen ion? H plus. H plus. What is the meaning of plus? Cation. Cation is formed due to the removal of electron. Electron తీసేయడం వల్ల ఏర్పడింది cation. The resultant entity of an atom after removing an electron is called as a cation. So now one electron is removed. Remove this one electron. Then what is remained? One proton. If one proton is nothing but nucleus. Right? One proton is nothing but nucleus. Can nucleus exist? ఒక న్యూక్లియస్ మాత్రమే ఎగ్జిస్ట్ కాగలదా? న్యూక్లియస్ ఇండిపెండెంట్లీ కెనాట్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్. ఒక న్యూక్లియస్ ఇండిపెండెంట్గా ఎగ్జిస్ట్ కాలేదు. మరి న్యూక్లియస్ ఇండిపెండెంట్గా ఎగ్జిస్ట్ కానప్పుడు హౌ హెచ్ ప్లస్ అయాన్స్? సో హియర్ ద థింగ్ ఈస్, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, when you are adding a HCl to water, then I am saying that H plus ions are formed and Cl minus ions, but it is not H plus. ఈ H plus ion వాటర్ మాలిక్యూల్స్ కలిసిపోయి ఏం ఫామ్ చేస్తుంది? ఇట్ ఫార్మ్స్ H3O plus ions. H2Oకి ఇంకొక హైడ్రోజన్ యాడ్ అయింది, దట్ ఈస్ H3O ప్లస్ అయాన్. ఈ H3O ప్లస్ అయాన్నే హైడ్రోనియం అయాన్ అంటాం. దిస్ H3O ప్లస్ అయాన్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ అ హైడ్రోనియం అయాన్. H ప్లస్ అయాన్ రాస్తాం మనం. విల్ రైట్ ఇన్ ఈక్వేషన్ H ప్లస్ అయాన్, బట్ H ప్లస్ అయాన్ కెనాట్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్. అది ఎగ్జిస్ట్ కాదు. జస్ట్ ఫర్ ద సేక్ ఆఫ్ ఈక్వేషన్ వి రైట్. But practically H plus ions cannot exist. Practically hydronium ion will be existed. That is H plus ion combines with H2O. That is hydronium ion. Right children? Hydronium ion is H3O plus ion. అంటే ఎక్కడైనా H plus ion అనే డిస్కషన్ వచ్చింది అంటే what you have to think? You have to think that is the H3O plus ion. Now, one more observation we'll make here in these examples. Leave that H and OH. Observe the remaining. Chlorine, a sulfur, a phosphorus, carbon. And here sodium, magnesium, aluminium. What common thing you are observing? Guess. The common thing is sodium, magnesium, aluminium are metals. Chlorine, sulfur, phosphorus, carbon are non-metals. Metals, non-metals. అంటే మనకు ఒకటి బేసికల్గా ఒకటి అర్థమవుతుంది మనకు. వీ కెన్ అండర్స్టాండ్ ఎ స్మాల్ థింగ్ హియర్. Something because of metals we are getting the bases, because of non-metals we are getting the acids. This is the fundamental thing what we can understand. Now let us see how these acids are formed. Formation of acids. Formation of acids and bases togetherly we will write. Here what are the common thing in acids? Non-metals. So when non-metallic oxides, non-metallic oxides అంటే ఏంటి సార్? కార్బన్ is a non-metal. Non-metallic oxide is carbon dioxide. Sulfur is a non-metal. Non-metallic oxide, sulfur dioxide. Phosphorus is a non-metal. Non-metallic oxide is phosphorus pentoxide. Right? Similarly, metallic oxides. Metallic oxides. Magnesium oxide, right? Still, zinc oxide, right? Aluminium oxide. These are the metallic oxides. When these non-metallic oxides are added to water and ఏమని చెప్పాను ఇంత ముందు aqueous solutions. When carbon dioxide is added to water, when sulfur dioxide is added to water, when phosphorus pentoxide is added to water, then we will get carbonic acid, sulfurous acid, phosphoric acid. When these are added to water, then we will get magnesium hydroxide, MgOH taken twice, zinc hydroxide, ZnOH taken twice, aluminum hydroxide, AlOH taken thrice, aluminum hydroxide. Similarly here, H2CO3 carbonic acid, H2SO3 sulfurous acid, H3PO4 phosphoric acid. So in this way, when non-metallic oxides are added to water, we get acids, and when metallic oxides are added to water, we get bases. These are the most important concepts what we discussed in this session. Non-metallic oxides are added to water, then we get acids. When metallic oxides are added to water, we get bases. Examples are here. And one more thing what we have discussed in this session, chemical properties of acids and bases. What is actually acid and what is actually a base? How these acids and bases are formed? What happened when acids are added to water? What happened when bases are added to water? And what is basicity and what is acidity? These things were discussed in this session. So the next session we will discuss the other chemical properties of the acids and bases. Thank you, one and all.